Hello and welcome to the Will to Thrive podcast, Stories of Resilience. I'm Lisa, your host, and today on the podcast, I have a special friend, Desiree Nieckar, who is here again for the second time. I've had her on the podcast before, and she is a social worker, a singer, and speaker, and has been a passionate public advocate for patients in healthcare for about 10 years. She was born and raised in Rama, Saskatchewan, and now resides in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, where she works in a long-term care facility as a medical social worker. Desiree's hobbies include singing, reading, and writing. On the side, her deep interests include learning more in the fields of personal development, neuroplasticity, and leadership. Welcome back to the show, Desiree. It's so good to have you here.
Thanks so much, Lisa.
How are you doing?
Great. Yeah.
Yeah.
In an exciting time. So
Yes. Because the reason I have Desiree on the podcast is she has been busy singing and recording and performing. And so I want to hear all about this song that you've recorded and the backstory of what it means to you and all of the surrounding details about this song, because it's so thrilling that you have a song that you've released. I'm just ecstatic about this. It's so exciting. It's thrilling. So what is the song that you recorded?
So this song is called You're Gonna Be Okay. It's the cover version of You're Gonna Be Okay by Jen Johnson.
Beautiful. I love that song. What does this song mean to you?
Yeah, so it was it means so much to me. This song has been a real source of healing for me. And and it was like right from the beginning of my journey, when I was it was at age 20 that I went through a brain surgery. And so I remember, like, after that, some of the things that I had to work on were speech and language and memory. And so music was a real source of healing and hope for me.
Beautiful. And so that's what got you into recording this song, right? Is that you were looking for sharing hope, or just you found hope in this song, I guess, yourself?
So this song, like, how that worked is that it was after my surgery, being that I had to kind of strengthen my speech and language and memory and stuff. There were many things that I had that were like such deep dreams of mine. And one part was for me not only to get back to where I was before, but to really accomplish and attain like so many of my deep dreams. So like, one of them was when I was in hospital after my surgery. I remember like meeting a social worker, and I was just like, wow, how amazing would that be to help others that are going through something similar to what I've been through. And so I remember reading a book that just talked about another lady that had went through a great brain injury. And so I began singing more after, like, when I got home, and just to help me relearn and strengthen my speech and language. But it was at a point, like, because this healing took a few years, and it was daily work of like on that speech and language and memory, and especially because I wanted to get my finish my degree and start my work, and so with that, it was just like that daily dedication. And so with all of that, this song in particular came at a point in my life where I was just feeling like drained. I was just feeling wiped from just that daily dedication. And I was just like, and so this song gave me hope. This song helped me to continue to persevere and keep going. And so I just kept singing this song in my own journey. And and it just gave me so much hope. And eventually, I was just like, oh, Yeah, it would just made such a big difference in my life.
That's so beautiful, Desiree. It's amazing how music can really touch our hearts in times of joy and of suffering. I know and you know my story, and a lot of people know my story about living with bipolar disorder, and how there's have been times of illness and times of healing. And music is one of the key instruments in calming my mind or calming my nerves, or um, like a soothing presence when I need something to calm myself. And it speaks so much, speaks volumes. And music is prayer.
Mhm.
I heard someone say, and maybe it's a saint, or I can't remember who it said, but when you sing, you pray twice.
Mhm.
And so with your song, or the song that you sing, it's like praying twice. And I think it's so beautiful. And it's such a testament to resilience and overcoming struggles by singing, and so do you have a few examples of times when you use the song in your work?
Yeah. So, um, there's like some emotion that comes to it because
Absolutely.
it's just been so beautiful. Like,
Mm-hmm.
um, yeah, so initially, like for a long, long time, I didn't sing at work. I didn't want to, for other people to feel as though I'm performing and or anything like that. And so I didn't incorporate it. But I still remember there was a specific time when I just had a sense that I should ask. So one lady that I was supporting, um, she was yeah, she was just going through a really difficult time.
Mm-hmm.
And so I ended up just asking her if she'd ever heard this song. And so she had asked me, she's like, well, do you know the song or can you sing it to me? And I was like at the time, like inside I just didn't want to, because I was like not wanting
Yeah.
to do all that. But yeah, so she asked me to sing it to her. And so I ended up doing that. And then so eventually she began to you know, pass away. But it got to the
Mm-hmm.
point where she when I would come back to see her on a regular basis, or every day or every few days, she eventually stopped remembering who I was, but she did remember that I sang. So then she would ask me, I want me to sing that song. So I just kept
Mm-hmm.
singing it to her, and she eventually passed away while I was supporting her. But it was just like so beautiful because it gave um, from what she shared with me and from our time together, it gave her that
Mm-hmm.
encouragement to keep going.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I've heard you sing before, and I'm sure anybody would be encouraged to hear you sing. Yeah, you have a beautiful voice.
Thanks.
And so it's so beautiful that you've been able to share your singing talent with the people you work with, and that it touches their lives. Um, you know, how can other people hear your song? Like, how can they find your music?
Yeah. Um, yeah, well, I guess I'll just maybe include this one other thing. So
Mhm.
it was, yeah, so it was really from me like singing this song to that one lady. And then just the constant when I was working in a hospital, I remember there were times when I could sense that I just needed to sing this song for other patients. And
Mhm.
um, and so just the fruit of it. And so it gave me the deep desire to record it, because within the world today, um, yeah, there's just a lot going on. And so
Mhm.
I just wanted more people to hear this song. So yeah, I recorded it, and so people can now get it on various platforms. One, the music video is on YouTube, but yeah, if a person would have liked the song, I have yeah, I have many different places that you can get it at. So
And I just downloaded it on my Apple iTunes, and I'm so excited. I can't wait to like listen and re-listen to it. It's so thrilling to see your picture on Apple iTunes, and to see your just to know that you worked really hard to do this, and you've accomplished your goal, one of your dreams. So it's fantastic. And who else do you think this song can touch? Like who others do you think it's meant for?
Yeah. I want this, I just want this song to be one that can really, really bring hope to those who are just in a season of darkness and facing a really difficult time.
Mm.
And those that just need that hope and strength and support during those difficult times, because there can be times when we are going through these deep difficulties and trials that it's sometimes difficult for us to either have people to share and support us through that, or we're also just needing certain times where we are where we can just be just still. And so this music allows you to grieve or experience and express whatever is needed. So yeah, that's kind of, I really want this to be for anyone who really needs it, or just went through any loss. Yeah.
That's wonderful. And I know that you had a launch party. How did that launch party go? Do you want to share how that went?
Wow. It was really good. Yeah, it was so
Yeah.
nice. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was so happy that I was able to just launch it and share it. Like I had been I had been waiting months to share this. So the fact that yeah, it just finally came about. It just meant so much to me and it was so exciting. And yeah, and I'm just so thankful for just the people that have watched it. And it's been beautiful hearing some of the fruit of it, and just how it's really touched people in some of the really difficult times.
Mm-hmm. And how was it making the music video? I've never made a music video before, but it sounds thrilling and exciting. And
Yeah.
yeah. And like how, but like what were the, like, how did you come up with the idea of the story, in it?
Yeah. Yeah. So
Mhm.
for one, I had it outside and I wanted it to be outside because like nature is a source of like just a mixture of feelings. Like for me, I find it's a place for hope and peace and yeah, and it's just beautiful. So I wanted it to be out there. And along with that, there was one lady that I had connected with many years ago, and she's a nurse. And so we had connected again because I had that dream of like doing a music video with her, and I don't even know how the heck that came about, but I just had that vision. And so
Right.
then all of a sudden we connected and she's like, yeah, sure, I'll dance in the music video. And she's not only a dancer but a nurse, and so her passion within incorporating or connecting those two, just similar to mine, with my work as a social worker in healthcare, I just was like, wow, this is really, really, yeah, it was just awesome. So, yeah, so then that's kind of how it worked. And,
So
and, uh,
cool.
and then, yeah, so.
It's really beautiful. I hope everyone checks out Desiree's YouTube video and music video, because there's just some beautiful aspects when nature just, comes into the picture, and it's quite surprising and breathtaking, and just the whole performance. But like it's more than a performance. It's like it's a prayer, I would say, almost. Like it's this beautiful um authenticity and your voice just singing away. It's just, I don't know, it's just something special. I was thrilled to watch it, and I hope everyone takes a look and downloads her music. You can download on Apple and Spotify and all the places. So is there any more that you would love to like to say about your song that you recorded?
Um, yeah, just feel free to like share it with anyone that you find may need this, like may need to hear this.
Mhm.
And if that's for yourself, yeah, may this bring you that hope. And I just encourage you to yeah, take whatever time is needed, but to keep pressing forward and um yeah, just keep going, because it sometimes, yeah, it's tough during seasons of difficulty, but but it is, yeah, it's the beauty of music is that it can help us through that.
Mm-hmm. It's very healing. Music is very healing. And as you beautifully mentioned, you know, it can be very emotional, and tears can come, and there's healing in tears. You know, it gets rid of the toxins that are in our bodies. And, you know, sometimes music helps us to reach that sensitive part of our souls and our hearts. And I find that, yeah, it's something that is special and it's needed. We don't always get the opportunity to cry. Sometimes, like, we just feel like we have to hold it inside. But sometimes when I listen to a song and it just really touches me, I just let the tears kind of fall, and it's a healing experience. And I'm just so inspired by you, Desiree, because you are bringing this experience to others by using your beautiful voice in that way and sharing your song with the world. Not just a few, but the world. And that really is inspiring. And so I hope that you make more music. I hope there's more songs in your future, and like keep using that talent and gift that you have. And I know it's going to take you places, and to reach hearts, and maybe even to help someone in that time of need who's struggling. And I've been there. I've struggled, and I've needed music to pull me out of a dark place. And so I know that it has that power. So I'm thankful. So thank you for sharing your music and your talent. And it's been a pleasure having you on the podcast. And I can't wait to see, more of what you do and see more of your dreams come true. And I feel like, just a word for everyone, that, just dream big, like dream big. Like Desiree, she made a music video and did a cover of a song that's a beautiful song, has a beautiful message. Anything's possible, when we really put our minds and hearts to it and trust in God's plan, and just really do the best that we can. It's amazing what can happen.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Don't give up.
So don't give up. Yeah, you're going to be okay.
Yeah.
And check out Desiree on YouTube and Instagram, and download her music and support her. Yes.
Yeah, I think more than anything, yeah, I just want people to just to hear this and to share this, like I'm wanting to continue to bring music that that just brings that hope. And so, yeah, if people would like, they can follow me on Instagram, DesireeNieckar.official, and I'll have more stuff on there. Yeah, on YouTube. So
yes. Well, thank you for being on the podcast, and everyone, just go and check out Desiree's music. It's so exciting to have her here. And if you want to hear her story about her brain surgery, we did do a podcast on that a couple of years ago. I'll have the links in for that as well. So thank you, Desiree, from the bottom of my heart. Thanks for being on this show. Thanks for singing. And we'll talk to you soon.
thanks, Lisa.
Bye, Desiree.
Bye.